Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Got to start off with that. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're having a beautiful morning this morning. I'm having a beautiful morning this morning. It is Valentine's Day. That is right. It is February 14th, and it's a Thursday. So today is Thursday, February 14th, 2019. And what's crazy and cool is this is the first and last time that it'll ever be. First and last time that it'll ever be. Ever be. Thursday, February 14th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredibly beautiful day. As you can see, I'm back home in the Rise and Grind studios. The last 2 days I've been in Rise and Grind headquarters doing the show from there. But today I'm back home in the Rise and Grind studios. And to be honest with you, I have to share an embarrassing story with you this morning because apparently I could have been right here in the Rise and Grind studios the entire time. You see, we had a technician come out to fix our internet. Our internet completely went down. We could not get on. The kids couldn't watch Netflix. My wife couldn't, didn't have any assistance as far as pulling up on-demand type TV or letting the kids play on iPads or anything like that. And I, of course, couldn't do my show right here from the studio. Instead, what I was doing is I was getting up about an hour earlier than usual, getting up around 3:30 in the morning and packing up my microphone and my I've got like a mixer box for sound to make sure sound is right, and of course my laptop, my cameras, all of that stuff, packing up all that stuff, loading it up into the car, and kind of having to haul it across. Why is my volume thing doing something? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you guys can hear me okay. That is so weird. What is going on with that? Anyways, I'm basically having to haul everything out, pitch black, cold outside, hauling everything over to my office where I would get there at 4:45 in the morning and go in and set everything up in the pitch black with this one little light out here on the outside of the door and get everything set up so that I could do a show with you guys at 5:30 in the morning. So that's what I've been doing. And what's interesting is the reason our internet went down. We ultimately were able to figure it out when the technician came out here and looked at everything for us. The reason the internet went down on us was that, and I'm still showing that it's fading in and out, so that's not good. But the reason that it went down is that apparently our we have a backup modem thing that comes from the satellite, because we have satellite internet. So we have this backup thing that connects to the modem. The modem itself was all powered up, but this backup thing was not powered up because there is a light switch in my dining room that it was connected to, and that particular light switch had been flipped. And so we had no power for the broadband feature coming from the dish itself from our satellite internet out here where I live to the thing. So for the last 2 days, all of those things that I had to do was simply because a light switch had been flipped in my house. And my wife says it adds new meaning to my man Josh O. He has a hashtag flip the switch. My wife said that this adds a whole new meaning to that because literally all of this could have been avoided if I just would have flipped the switch. However, here's the thing. This is what I love about life. On this Valentine's Day, I'm going to share some things I love with you. But what I love about life is that even though I had to get up early, I lost lots of sleep, had to package those things up, had to travel around, do all those things in the cold and in the pitch black. Life has an incredible way of pushing us forward through situations like this and helping us learn, doesn't it? Like I've been literally exhausted, super exhausted. Last night, I fell asleep at my daughter's basketball practice, laying on the stage, just waiting for her practice. Literally, have you ever fallen asleep to the point where you like you wake yourself up with snoring, like you hear yourself snore? That's what happened as I fell asleep on the stage at my daughter's basketball practice last night. I actually heard myself snore, which is always an interesting situation. But I've been utterly exhausted, sleeping a little bit less, doing all this stuff, all these transitions, packing up all this stuff, having to go and do all that. But by doing that, by being in this situation that could have been avoided with the flip of a switch, by just having to go through this experience. While I was at the headquarters, I was able to tap into YouTube. We did a couple episodes live on YouTube. While I was at headquarters, we did a live episode on Instagram yesterday. I learned to tap into that. There are some things that I got done around the office that I wouldn't have got done otherwise, like things that I've just been needing to get done as far as hanging certain things, putting things up, so on and so forth. And then there was also this incredible moment where I was able to reflect. As I looked at the light and I looked at the address on the door, I was able to reflect on how far #RiseAndGrind has come and the opportunities that it's opened up and the experiences that I've had ever since then. So these 2 days that I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning and do these things that technically could have been avoided, I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful for because I learned so much about them. And I love how life has a way of doing that. It has a way of taking every single situation that we're in, every single situation, and it finds a way to use it to push us forward. Awesome. Now, with that said, I think we should go ahead and dance this morning. What kind of music we got? What do you guys need today? What do you need? You need something that hits you in the feels, or you need something that just like just gets you rocking and rolling, or do you want to hear like #RiseAndGrind, #RiseAndGrind? I'm gonna look. Whoever responds first, we're gonna go with that. Let's see. Leanne, how are you this morning? What's up, Trendy Trenda? Janelle Griego's up in here. Vicky Everett and Faye Giles. How you doing, George Fleming? Sandra says it's time to dance, but she didn't pick a song. What's up, Tom DeLolio? Charlie McHale's up in here. I'm still waiting to see what you guys want. Mandy McCulley's up in here. Whitney Wells says we need Tony. She wants Tony with the keys. Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay, she wants Tony. Tony it is. Let's get Tony going. There we go. There we go. This is the part of the show
Wake up.
where, if you would please, I would love for you to hit that share button. Because I believe we can change the way people start their day. We can make a massive impact on this planet. Absolutely believe that. Sometimes the way we can change people's day is by simply that share button. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Good morning, Lisa Guillen. Good morning, Carrie Lynn Carter. What's up, Joshua Stifler? Laura Berman's up in here. Leanne Ryan Smith and Naomi Bussinger. How you doing, Barb Slackway? What's up, Keith McKenzie? Volume on mic is low. How about now? How about now? Is it still low? Is it still low? I don't think so. I think we better fix that. What's up, Gail B. Craft? Who else we got in here? Lindsay I, Tabby Negrit, RC Hazard. I got to see RC Hazard because I was over there in that office. I love how life works. Amy Bach, CC, everybody's up in here. Frank Rivera, Anthony Santangelo, Angela Murray, Christopher Campbell. Gosh, I love it. What's up, David Keating? I know I saw Scott Simons, Liza Myers, Borchis. I saw Aaron Jones up in here. Man, I see all kinds of people, and I love it. I love it. That's right, man. What's up, John Allen? That's what I'm talking about. Of course, we got my man Josh. Oh, and Liza just tagged somebody. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. Good morning, Max Clem and Carissa Jones. Good morning, Mahir Ahurabi. Mahir Ahurabi. What's up? That was a tough one, Liza. That was a tough one. That's right, though. I think we got it. So, listen, today is the last day for the McLeans. Today is the last day for the McLeans. You guys have been posting all your shirts. You guys have bought all kinds of shirts supporting the McLeans. You guys have been running down all kinds of miles supporting the McLeans. For those of you that don't know, our dear friend Jill McLean is fighting. She's fighting cancer. She's fighting it with positivity. She's sharing positivity. Her and her husband are continuing to inspire people. They're continuing to pour into others. They're continuing to have faith in this life and everything that comes with it. They've got faith in God, and they continue to share that. And because of that, we have stood behind the McLeans here in our group. Here in hashtag Rise and Grind, we've supported them by raising funds through their GoFundMe and also buying these t-shirts. And today is the last day. Today is the last day that you can get your shirts at GlennLundy.com if you want to support the McLeans. You should go and do that. I believe we raised over $15,000 for them to help their cause, which is amazing, which is absolutely amazing. So today is the last day for that. And I wanted to share that with you guys today here on Valentine's Day, because I have just been in absolute awe. And I absolutely love, since we're talking about things that I love, absolutely love how this community that we have right here, like how deeply this community cares for people. I love it. I love how an online community in a society and in a time where people say, you know, social media is just the devil, it's a waste of time, it's nothing but negativity, so on and so forth. I love how we've been able to create a community of people that truly care for one another. And I mean truly care for one another. I have seen miraculous things. You know, 2 nights ago, I saw on Facebook, that the Twang sisters were working with Joe Turner. And they're trying to come up, you know, Joe Turner does some recovery stuff here in Bourbon County. He does some awesome work on recovery. And they were working with Joe Turner and figuring out how they can create some programs to help kids locally. I saw that. I saw Chris Campbell yesterday in our group. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I saw a post where he was late for work because he decided to stop and help an old man that was having trouble on the ice. I've seen people in this group that have struggled. They've had moments where they've struggled. People like my man Josh O and Matt Yeager and Jesse Miller. And I've seen you guys, this community, just absolutely pour into those people. You guys flood them with text messages. You call them with voicemails. You send them messages all over on Facebook. You guys you lift each other up. You lift each other up, you encourage each other, and it's so inspiring to me when I see that. It's so incredibly inspiring to me. Like, I just absolutely love how this community right here, hashtag Rise and Grind, deeply cares for people, for strangers, for one another. I got a picture, Jeremy Nolan. You know, his wife has dealt with quite a few things over the last few years, and he sent me a picture yesterday. He sent me a picture of his wife holding her socks. She was holding her y'all socks from the Twang sisters, and he commented on the message that he sent me. He just commented and said, you know, it's amazing to him how strangers, complete strangers, care so deeply for one another, to be willing to reach out, to send gifts, to connect all over the country. You know, in our goalkeepers group, we've got everybody kind of paired up, And so you've got people from across the country that are messaging each other first thing every morning. They're messaging each other something positive and something that they took away from their reading or from their homework or from their studies. And it's just incredible how we've been able to pull together a bunch of strangers in such an amazing, amazing way. I just love it. I absolutely love how deeply the Rise and Grind community cares about for others. You know, there's people in here. I talk about Liza and Scott, and I talk about those guys over at Carter Myers Automotive, and the reason I talk about them often is because they're living examples of how you can grow your business and how you can have massive success, how you can thrive by loving God and loving people, right? I mean, really, that's their secret sauce. That's the recipe. That's how they've been able to create such an incredible thing in Virginia. They have 19 stores, I believe it is, total currently, and I'm sure there will be more in the future, but they have 19 stores and hundreds of employees, and there's a bunch of Carter Myers Automotive people that are right here in the group right now that are watching this show this morning at 5:30 a.m., and really, if you look at all the dealerships across the nation, they all have cars and they all have buildings, but yet some are thriving and growing and expanding while others are contracting and shrinking and struggling. And really, if you want to know what the difference is the ones that are growing and thriving and expanding are doing so by loving God and loving people. I love that. I love that we have people like them in this group. I love Scott Simons. I love Liza, and they're not the only ones. There's business owners all throughout this. You know, Amy Bach. She just loves. She's so passionate about her kettle corn and what she does there. And you know, I know Josh Wilson. Josh Wilson's a business owner. John Rothens is a business owner, and of course there's other dealership owners and GMs, and there's so many people in this group, so many incredible people. Adam Marburger, man, he's an incredible dude. He's out there on his own, you know, doing his own thing, and he just loves people. He just loves people, and I love that. I love that about this group. I watched a video the other day. I watched a video from this guy and his brother right here. Okay, this is his name is Bert. Oh my gosh, why did I just forget his last name? There it is, Bert Jacobs. So Bert Jacobs and his brother, and he tells a story in this video that I watched. He tells a story about how when he was young, his mom used to always ask him every day. They didn't have much. They didn't have much, and it didn't matter what was going on or the bad times that they had. Their mom would ask them every single night at dinner. Their mom would say, "Okay, so tell me something positive about today. Tell me something positive about today." And they would go around the table and they'd all have to say something positive about their day. Something that they were thankful for about their day. Well, that one simple thing that they used to do at home every single day when they had their dinner, ultimately, as these guys got older, they decided to start putting some positive things, some positive sayings, some positive comments on T-shirts. And they started selling them, and they created this company called Life is Good. And so all of their T-shirts say life is good, and then they have other positive motivational quotes and things like that. And they started selling these T-shirts, and they went to, I believe it was a festival, and they started by selling 73 T-shirts at this festival. Or they had $73, one or the other, I can't remember. They either had 73 T-shirts or $73. But ultimately, they took this positive message of life is good, where they just thought of something positive every day and started printing it on T-shirts. And ultimately, they grew the business to where they did $100 million in sales in 2015. $100 million in sales. So not only did this philosophy of life is good and finding something positive in every single day, not only did it lead to a bunch of T-shirt sales, but it also started to lead to festivals. They started having festivals, and it started off with just them being at a music festival selling T-shirts, and it grew to where now they hold their own music festivals that are massive, where 30,000 people come together. 30,000 people come together and celebrate. They celebrate music and they celebrate life together, and they celebrate the fact that life is good. And those 100 million in sales, they decided that they were going to start giving back, and so they give back 10% of all of their sales from their Life is Good company. 10% goes back to the community. It goes back to kids that are in need, kids that have disabilities, kids that have struggles in life, but that are still positive, that still understand that life is good, and so they give 10% back. The craziest thing is they built their company to $100 million in sales, completely 100% ad free. Ad free. Without paying for a single advertisement. They did 100 million in sales, completely 100% organically, by loving God and loving people. They recently connected with Hallmark. Hallmark's obviously the giant on a day like today, Valentine's Day. People are buying cards all over the place. And they recently connected with Hallmark to get their positive messages and their positive quotes out to millions of people all around the world. It's beautiful. I love how those guys found a way to change the world, to literally change the world by loving what they do and chasing their dreams, taking this thing that their mom taught them to say something positive about every single day. They took that and that fire and that passion. If you go and you look these guys up and notice the videos, you'll see they're walking around in like jeans and Vans and t-shirts, and they're not necessarily, they don't look the part per se of $100 million company. They don't look the part, but they're just a couple of guys that love what they do, and they love God and they love people. Man, on Valentine's Day, I just wanted to share a few things that I love with you. I love this group and this community. I love the way life has a way of pushing you forward through the struggles. I love how we can love God and love people, and we can chase our dreams, and we can literally change the world. We can change the world by doing the things that we love, the things that we're passionate about, the things that we care most about. We can literally change the world. You see, I love how life has so many different lessons that we can learn from all the different experiences that we can apply. Every experience in our life. Not those guys, his mom kept pouring into them. Give me something positive every day. Give me something positive every day. And by doing that, she changed the world. So what did Scott Simon say? Don't forget, if you are considering taking advantage of the Valentine's Day Waffle House special, book early. Slots are filling up fast. It looks like Scott's taking his tea. Oh, that's right. I saw that post. Waffle House is doing like a Valentine's Day thing. That's right. Sorry, Scott, you threw me off with that one. Sorry, everybody else. Scott threw me off with a little Waffle House. Listen, guys. I love what's happening in this group. I love what's happening in your lives. I love the stuff that we got going on. I love how I just love how this conference that we went to, the Hustle and Grind conference, which we have another one coming up, April 4th and 5th. I love how this conference brought Rise and Grinders together and sales hustlers together, and brought us all together, and we got to spend time in hustle houses, and just as the relationships that have been forged from this one specific event, the way that my life changed from this one specific event of Hustle and Grind, like, it was just, I just love how when we put a bunch of like-minded people together in the same room and we start chasing the same things, I love how everything changes. Like, I love how life has the way of taking a single solitary experience and can literally change everything for the rest of forever. I love that. So there's so many things that I want to share with you that I love this morning. I could go on forever most importantly and more than anything, I love this woman right here. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my kids. I was on the phone with somebody yesterday, and they were just talking about how their career and their life would be so different if they would have had the supportive wife, kind of like I have, and what a blessing it is. And it was just a reminder to me, I've got an incredible, beautiful wife, an incredible, beautiful family, and I love them. I love you guys. I love my Rise and Grind crew. I love I love Rise and Grind. I love working. I love creating, and I love things like Hustle and Grind Con. Like, I love all this stuff, but there's nothing I love more than this woman right here and my kids and what they do for me in my life. And so I want you to make sure that you today look around at all the different things that you love in your life. Look at all the blessings that you have. Think about what is the positive thing that you can say about today, and make sure to go out there today and just love God, and love people, and love what you do. Put a smile on your face, and make today, Thursday, February 14th, 2019, make it the most incredible Valentine's Day that you've ever had. If you're single this year, embrace it. Love it. Smile so big. Love it. Look at those that you do love, those that are around you, your parents. Make sure you tell your parents you love them today. Your kids, make sure you throw some extra love on them today. Your coworkers, your friends, everybody, man. Throw the love. Spread the love. I know it. I sound like I'm preaching, but I'm telling you. When we spread a little bit of love, it goes a long way. When I started a show called #Rise and Grind, I started telling everybody in the morning that I loved them. It's gone a long way. Those guys were Life is Good t-shirts, started spreading positivity, telling people that they loved them. It's gone a long way. The group over at Carter Myers Automotive, they make sure every day to take the time. Did you know Liza writes out birthday cards to her team? She's got this massive staff, but she makes sure to write, or not birthdays, I think it's on their anniversaries when they hit their, every year, annually on their anniversaries. She writes handwritten cards out to all of them. It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's also amazing what happens in life when you do those things. The reward that you get from loving God and loving people. I want you to have an incredible day today. I want you to please know and understand that you are a child of God, uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're watching #Rise and Grind, getting up early. You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're posting the comments, the positive stuff. You're encouraging others. You're connecting and networking with like-minded individuals. So you're already making good decisions. And those decisions are making an impact. They're making an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. It's making an impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I stinking love you. I absolutely do. If you need more videos like this, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your tickets yet for Hustle and Grind Con, you need to do that. You can do that at GlennLundy.com, or you can go straight to HustleGrind.net, and you can get them there. But you need to go on and get your tickets. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have my man Frank Cronetti on the show. He is the dude. He is an anomaly. He is one of only 2 people I know on the planet that sells consistently over 100 cars a month, every single month. And he works like not a crazy schedule. The dude is just a beast. So we're going to have him on the show tomorrow. Make sure you come in, tune in for that, 5:30 a.m. right here on #Rise and Grind. Have an amazing day, friends.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. #Rise and Grind, #Rise and Grind. First thing on my mind, early in